So in functions of bile, we have digestive function. By reducing the surface tension, it helps in the emulsification of fat, absorptive function, choletic functions, excretory functions, laxative function, and producing the mucus as a lubricant. It excretes the heavy metals, certain drugs, and bile pigments, cholesterol, and antibacterial also. This is going to be helpful. Okay, these are the functions of the bile. So mainly you should know about the digestive function, absorptive function, excretory function, and maintaining the pH of the GIT, preventing the gallstones, and lubricating the lubricating function, that is by mucin. You can see here lubricant. Okay, and cholinergic action, that means bile salts will stimulate the liver to produce more amount of bile. So that is a cholinergic action. So digestive, cholinergic, absorptive, preventing the formation of gallstone, lubricant action, and excretion. You should know the digestion, absorption, excretion, cholinergic action. Okay, pH maintenance, and you have lubricating actions also. Okay, preventing the gallstone formation. These are the functions of bile, which is an important short notes. Okay, so now let us see about the gallstones. Okay, which is a clinical aspect you should know. So gallstones, if you can see, this is the gallbladder actually. So you can see about the gallstones. So here you have gallstones. So this is a clinical feature you can see where abdominal pain will occur in gallstones, and the gallstone is generally due to the clumped cholesterol. Okay, so when there is a more amount of cholesterol in the body, and if that cholesterol get clumps, we get the gallstones. Okay, generally the patient acquire a gallstone due to the clumped cholesterol. As a result, it will be not shown. The gallstones will remain in the body itself for a longer time, but until it reaches the duct, it will be in a not showing any defect. It not show any symptoms. But only when it enters the duct, it will show some symptoms in the body. Okay, that means it will cause the abdominal pain. The types of gallstone have cholesterol gallstone, black gallstone, and brown. That is cholesterol and pigment. Cholesterol gallstone, the site of origin is gallbladder. Black stone is also from the gallbladder, but brown stone is formed from the bile duct. Okay, so black color is due to the calcium and the bilirubin pigments. That's why it's in the black color. Okay, the brown gallstone from the bile duct it get originated, and the composition is the mixed composition. That is, both calcium and bilirubin will be there in the mixed form. So these are the types of gallstones. Okay, so you should know why the gallstone is formed. There will be one reason why the gallstone is formed. This is the gallstone. Actually, you can see this is a gallstone picture. Okay, this is due to the clumped cholesterol. Cholesterol get clumped, or else the gallbladder. Okay, it's not releasing its bile secretion via the cystic duct or the common bile duct. If the gallbladder is not properly emptying its bile secretion, second reason, or else if the cystic duct or the common bile duct has been obstructed. These are the common reasons of gallstones, and you should know the types of gallstone, which is a important short notes related with clinical aspects, right? So next question, what you're going to see is about the composition of bile. Okay, bile composition. So you can see the bile composition here. Okay, this is very nice chart. You see bile, you have some water, 97% of water, and you have the 2.4. So be specific means like 97 and 3 you should write. Okay, so solid you have solid, organic and inorganic. Inorganic generally you can write sodium, calcium, potassium, chloride, bicarbonate, phosphate, all these things. Okay, just write about cations and anions, whatever you know. Where in case of organic substances, you should be very specific. Bile salts, bile pigments. What are the bile salts? Like adding of sodium and the potassium, it becomes the bile acid becomes a bile salts. Okay, bile pigments is the bilirubin and biliverdin, cholesterol, fatty acids and free fats, lecithin and mucin. Okay, these are then alkaline phosphatase. Okay, these are all the Organic substances. What are the organic substances? Bile salts, bile pigments, cholesterols, alkaline phosphatase, fatty acids, lecithin and mucin. These are all the organic substances. Whereas inorganic substances, you have to know about all the cations and the anions. This is the bile composition. Okay. And the next is about the, I told you about the functions of bile also. Next you have the enterohepatic circulation. Enterohepatic circulation. So in enterohepatic circulation, you can see, okay, right. So in enterohepatic circulation, what they mean? So refers to the circulation of biliary acids, bilirubin, drugs from the liver to the bile, followed by the entry into the small intestine, absorption by the enterocytes, and transport back to the liver. So from the like bile acids and bilirubin, okay, and any other drugs, they'll start from the liver. Start from the liver to the bile, they'll be going out and entering the small intestine via the gallbladder, and there will be an absorption by the enterocytes, which means the cells of the small intestine, and they transported back to the liver itself. This is the entero. Entero means small intestine. Hepatic is the liver. Okay. So this is what about. So in a very short way, bile acids are absorbed in the terminal ileum of the small intestine. So where the conjugated bile acids by secondary sodium related active transport, whereas the unconjugated bile acids via the diffusion, they are absorbed by the terminal part of the ileum. Okay, and then the bile acids are recirculated back to their liver itself. This is the bile. This is the enterohepatic circulation. Okay, that is what you have to know. So which is secondary active transport, which is the passive, that is diffusion process, and how they are transported. Okay, that should be noted. Okay, so then we'll see about the secretion of bile. So secretion of bile, you can see this one. Okay. Hmm. So bile is formed and continuously it is being secreted. So bile formed and continuously secreted by the liver cells, that is hepatocytes. Then they goes to the bile duct from different views from right and left hepatic duct. It combines with the cystic duct from the gallbladder. They form the common bile duct. The common bile duct transfers the bile to the duodenum. Okay, there will be a sphincter of Oddi. Okay, the duodenum. Then they will go to the pancreas where there will be a Santori and a Wilson duct will be there. At last only they enters the intestine. Okay, and in this slide you can see um, bile salts in the enterohepatic circulation. Bile salts are derived from cholesterol, and most of the bile salts are absorbed in the terminal ileum, that is by active transport, second active transport, and returned to the liver itself by hepatic portal system. Liver re-secretes the bile salts into the bile. The recycling of bile salts between the small intestine and the liver, we call it as enterohepatic circulation. That's what I just told you before. So triad, you should know what is a triad. Triad has been formed by the hepatic artery, hepatic portal vein, and bile duct. This is the triad. Okay. Hepatobiliary system. Hepato means is the liver. Biliary means bile. So bile is secreted from the liver. 0.5 to 1 liter of bile is produced from the liver. Digestion and absorption of fat has been bile secretion. For that bile secretion is very important for digestion and absorption of fat. Bile is being stored inside the gallbladder before it is secreted into the small intestine. That is very important. Okay. So what is the composition of bile? You know, solid and the liquid composition. So bile is stored in the gallbladder. It is a greeny yellow color. Okay, yellow and greeny color. And the bile salts, we say, right, they are osmotically active. That means they will carry the water with themselves. So we have primary bile acids and secondary bile acids. Primary bile acids, this is MCQ question. Primary bile acids are the cholic acid and chenodeoxycholic acid. The secondary bile acids are the secondary bile acids are lithocholic acid and deoxycholic acid. So when the bile acids are being combined with the glycine and the pterovine, which are the amino acids, they form the conjugated bile acids. And the conjugated bile acids, when they are added with sodium or potassium, they form conjugated bile salts. Okay. So functions of the bile salt, their absorption and emulsification of fat, they are the sources of bile acid, because as I said you earlier, the bile salts which we see is the bile salt will just start stimulating the liver so to produce the bile acid. So they are the source of bile acids also. Absorption of the fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K. They'll give the stool color and they prevent the gallstone formation. Same as the bile acid function only. Okay, and you have to know about the enterohepatic circulation. So importance of enterohepatic circulation, they'll maintain the total bile acid pool. They'll maintain the bile acid pool. That's why it's very important. And you have to know the functions of bile acids. And update aspect, not only the gallstones we have to know, we have to learn about the jaundice also. Jaundice is also a kind of clinical aspects which comes under the hepatobiliary system. Okay. So when jaundice of PPT, if you see, accumulation of the bilirubin may be a one cause of jaundice. Not only this, we also have several types of jaundice. So the yellowing of the skin is generally the jaundice definition. And you can see the types of jaundice. You have hemolytic jaundice, hepatocellular jaundice. This is a pre-hepatic. This is a hepatic, and this is a post-hepatic type of jaundice. Okay, so pre-hepatic jaundice is caused mainly by the hemolysis of RPC. When there is a more amount of unconjugated bilirubin increasing in the blood, it causes a pre-hepatic jaundice. Whereas the hepatic jaundice, if you can see, this hepatic jaundice is maybe due to the both conjugated and unconjugated, both. Okay, and there will be least uptake of bilirubin into the hepatic cells. That's why it is caused by the hepatic jaundice. Whereas the post-hepatic or obstructive jaundice is the surgical one, and that is due to the bile duct and the bile duct obstruction. Okay, intrahepatic means that can be congenital bile duct destruction. Extrahepatic may be due to the gallstones. Due to the formation of gallstone, the bile duct can be obstructed, or due to the any carcinomas like tumors, the bile duct can be what? Obstructed. So in this session, we have seen about main to focus on the enterohepatic circulation. Okay, functions of bile, compositions of the bile, and the gallstones, applied aspect. But what are the secondary things you have to know is what is the conjugated bile acids, what is the bile acids, what are the primary and secondary bile acids in the MCQ parts, and you should also know about the some features of jaundice, their types of jaundice. Thank you.